Can you imagine a world without sex? Not the act itself, but the concept, the construct, the label. A world where the binary of male and female does not dictate interactions, expectations, or limitations. This is not a dystopian fantasy, nor a utopian dream, but a reality that many people advocate for. A world without sex labels, a world of gender fluidity, a world that transcends the traditional confines of male and female. Now, before diving into this, it's crucial to understand the difference between sex and gender. Sex refers to the biological and physiological characteristics that differentiate males from females, such as reproductive organs, chromosomes, and hormones. Gender, on the other hand, refers to the roles, behaviors, activities, and expectations that a society considers appropriate for men and women. In the past, sex and gender were considered synonymous. Today, however, more and more people recognize that these two terms represent distinct aspects of a person's identity. The notion of gender fluidity challenges the traditional understanding of these concepts. It advocates for a society where individuals are not confined to the expectations and limitations associated with their biological sex. Gender fluidity is not about erasing the biological differences between males and females. Instead, it's about recognizing that these differences do not dictate a person's capabilities, opportunities, or identity. It's about acknowledging that every individual has the potential to embody a spectrum of characteristics traditionally associated with both masculinity and femininity. Some may argue that a world without sex labels would lead to chaos and confusion. But think about it. Wouldn't such a world also eliminate many of the prejudices, stereotypes, and inequalities that exist today? Wouldn't it create a society where each individual is valued for who they are, rather than what they are expected to be? However, it's important to note that the transition to a world without sex labels would not be easy. It would require a complete overhaul of societal norms, laws, and institutions. It would require educating people about the fluid nature of gender and challenging deeply ingrained beliefs and biases. It would require creating new ways of categorizing and understanding human identity. In conclusion, a world without sex labels is a provocative idea. It challenges the traditional understanding of sex and gender and advocates for a society where individuals are not confined by the expectations and limitations associated with their biological sex. It's a complex and challenging concept, but one that many people believe is worth fighting for. This video was not about advocating for or against the idea, but about presenting a different perspective, a different way of thinking about sex and gender. It's about challenging the status quo and encouraging viewers to think critically about the world around them. Ultimately, it's about fostering a society that values individuals for who they are, rather than what they are expected to be.